It's my favorite time. Okay. Hi, my name is Evelyn and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are returning. As you can tell from the title of today's video, as well as the setup today, we are doing a TBR jar, picks my monthly reads. I cannot believe we're already at the end of September. That is actually insane. Like, I swear we just got to September and now it's about to be the October. Where is time going? It is also fall. I'm very much in the fall season, as you can tell from my sweater, and I have a candle going up there. But I live in Ohio, so it has been like between 60 to 70 degrees for the past couple weeks. The leaves are changing. It's beautiful out. I'm loving every minute of it. I love it so much. But with that being said, we're going to dive into this video of picking my reads. And to get into the festive mood, the spooky mood, if you will, I'm using my Skull Cup as the TBR jar. And I'm so excited to pick my reads. I cannot wait to see what I'm going to be reading for the month of October. But let's get to the video why we're all here. So for the month of October, I think I'm also going to pick like 4 books. I also picked 4 books for for September. And I think the 4 books works the best with my schedule, because if I happen to read more than 4 books, yay. If I don't read all 4, that's fine too. So I'm going to pick the first book. I know there's one book on my options that I really want to read. So if I don't pick a prompt where I could pick that book, I'm still going to add it to my TBR because I'm pretty sure I'm going to read that first. Okay, so the first book A Book with a Magical Elements. I think this is just a sign that I was absolutely meant to read this book, because it has a magical element and this is the book that I really wanted to read. And it is Black Candlewoman by Diane Marie Brown. I went to Target the other day, saw this cover, thought it was drop dead gorgeous, and immediately bought it without reading the synopsis, because that's something I tend to do. When I got home, I read the synopsis and everything, and it involves magic. It's set in New Orleans in the 1950s, and it's about a family who owns a voodoo shop, and they have like a curse that has to do with love. And I was very intrigued, and I'm super excited to read this. It sounds really good. It's beautiful. That's the only incentive I need to read a book. So this is the first book on the TBR. So I'm very glad that this was the first book I picked, and I swear I didn't cheat. That was just God saying, Evelyn, you need to read this book. So thank you. So we're going to set that book right up there so you guys can see it, and we're going to pick our next prompt. I don't know why I'm shaking it like I'm looking, but okay. You can hear my dogs in the back, sorry. A thriller / mystery, which is perfect for the October month. So I have a few options. So I have 5 options for this next prompt. I have A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham, which was actually on my TBR in like August, I think, but I never got around to reading it. So this is option 1. Then we have The Silent Patient. That has been on my shelf for a long time. Option number 2. Then for option number 3, I have Good Girl, Bad Blood, which is the second book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. And I keep meaning to finish the trilogy. I just haven't done it yet. I don't know why. The next option is Harlem Sunset, which has also been on my bookshelf for a while, and it sounds very interesting, and I've been meaning to get to it, and it's like such a short book. It's like 280 pages. Option 4, and then the last option is Caraval, which I've heard amazing things about this series, and so I also am very interested to read this. But like, do I want to start another series right now? Because I'm kind of, well, I'm not in the middle of too many series, but if I read this and I love it, then I'm gonna have to go out and buy the other two. You know what? I think I'm gonna pick Good Girl Bad Blood, just because I really do want to get through the trilogy, because I really love The Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And this was also on my TBR for August, I think, and I didn't get it, just didn't get around to reading it. So I think I'm gonna add this, and hopefully I read it, because I loved A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So book 2 added to the stack. Moving on to our third prompt. Okay, the third book. And this is a New York Times bestseller or best-selling author. Once again, I feel like that's a lot of them. Okay, I have a couple options. So, I have King of Pride by Anna Hong, which I think I really want to pick King of Pride just because King of Greed comes out in October as well, and I really want to read King of Greed. I'm like, that's one of my most highly anticipated reads coming out, so I feel like I want to read this one just so when King of Greed comes out, like, I can get to it, you know. I have that, or I have Book Lovers by Emily Henry, which I recently just read Emily Henry books and I absolutely love her, so I do want to read Book Lovers. I have The Love Hypothesis, which has been on my shelf for so long. I feel like I've kind of passed the stage of me really wanting to read it, so now it's just kind of sitting there. I have The Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and I really want to get to it because I love Criminal Minds, and people say it's like Criminal Minds but make it teenagers. Or I have Archer's Voice. So I have a lot of options. Anna Hong is my girl though, so I think simply for that I'm going to pick King of Pride, because I'm so excited to read about Isabella and Kai. I really want to know their story. And she's signed. I think we're gonna add her to the TBR. Honestly, so far I'm loving my TBR. So I think I'm gonna pick one more book for the month of October, and then that is gonna be the TBR. Okay, last book. A book you know nothing about. A book I know nothing about. Honestly, I don't know much about Caraval. I only know that a lot of people are talking about it and they said it's a really good book. And I know it's about a carnival. And it's kind of in the title of the book. So, I mean, context clues. I have A Court of Thorns and Roses, which I've never read a fantasy book, so I've had this for a minute just because I'm a little intimidated, but I generally don't know what it's about. But like, am I ready to jump into the genre of fantasy? I don't know. I have 3 options for a book I know nothing about. I have Archer's Voice, which has also been on my shelf for a minute. The only thing I know about Archer's Voice is that it's a love story. That's literally it. I've seen lots of people cry, so I know it's a love story and it's sad. That's all I know about Archer's Voice. The second book is Sweet Filthy Boy, which this was a gift. I know nothing. I'm pretty sure it's a love story as well. But like, I just based off the cover, it's not something that I would gravitate towards. So I don't know. This is like a book that I don't know if I want to get to at this point in time. And then the last book is Caraval, which, like I said, I know it's about a carnival. And that's all I know. It says, remember, it's only a game. So I feel like it's going to be like a mystery type. But once again, it's part of a series. Do I want to start a series right now? I like how it looks. It's giving it's giving the October vibes, you know, it really is. So like I'm generally stuck between Caraval and Archer Voice. This is not a series though. So like I'm leaning towards that. Decisions. I'm gonna think about this for a minute and I'll be back with my choice because it's probably gonna take a while. I'm not gonna lie. Mm. Okay guys, I'm back. It took me like 5 minutes. But I think I'm gonna choose Caraval just because it's giving me, just from the cover and everything, it's giving me very much a little mystery, a little spooky, and to get right into October and that season, I just feel like this is the best option out of my ones that I chose. I will say I do really want to read Archer's Voice very, very soon. So I will get around to it. See, I even have like a sticky note, and I have tabs that I started and I just never started it. But I have the color tabs and everything already. So I don't even know when I did this. I'll get around to this. But I am going to pick Caraval. And with that, we have the 4 books for the month of October. Okay, everyone. So I have my final 4 books for the month of October. To go through them really quick, we have Caraval by Stephanie Garber. We have Black Candlewoman by Diane Marie Brown. I'm still obsessed with this. Oh, the cover is so gorgeous. I just love it. And then we have King of Pride by Anna Hong. I'm so excited for this one. And then we have Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. Honestly, I'm very excited. Like, I'm very excited for this month. I'm pretty sure I say that every single month that I'm just excited, because that's the truth. But these are some good books. I really like it. I'm excited. We have one solid romance novel. The other 3, there may be romance in them. I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's giving me very much October vibes plus romance. But overall, I'm really excited. I am very excited. I think I got some really good picks this month. Like every month, honestly. I honestly don't know which one I'm going to read first. Like, this is a predicament because like I'm genuinely almost equally excited to read all of them. So which one do I choose first? That's a problem for future Evelyn. So have fun picking that. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I love doing the TBR jar picks, my reads. It's a fun way to help put together a list. I do consider myself a mood reader, so sometimes my TBRs are like loose TBRs because sometimes I veer off and I'll read something else. Sometimes I don't finish all the books because I'm in college, I work, I'm at an internship now, so I am a little busy. But for me, reading is all about just enjoying the books you're reading. So even if I don't read my full TBR or whatever, you know, it doesn't, like, I don't let it get me down. It doesn't really matter to me because I know that, okay, I didn't get to this book this month, but I literally have the rest of my life to read the book. So I don't let it get me down. I just think it's fun. I love doing these. It takes the pressure off of deciding what I want to read next sometimes, because if I finish one and I don't feel like looking at my shelf for another book or on my Kindle, I can just be like, well, I have a stack of books that I previously chose. Might as well grab a book off of the stack. Plus, my 4 books look so good and so promising. So hopefully October is a very good reading month. Hopefully I have a 5-star read somewhere in this pile. Here's hoping. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed filming it. and picking my books. And I will see you guys in my next video. So with that, I am signing out. Bye.